Podcasting in HD audio and HD video. This is Digvidfilm.
Welcome to Digvidfilm's third podcast. I'm Jake Birchman and we're filming in our hometown Redmond. Today, we'll be looking at the effects of movie and entertainment on our culture and attempting to provide a solid Christian response. After a short break, we'll be handing it over to our panel members to discuss. Welcome back! Panel number one, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us your favorite movie or movie quote? Following will be panel number 2 and 3.
Hi y'all, I'm Bella Rose Jackson and I am a movie reviewer and I like all the old classics. I've seen In the Rain, Pride and Prejudice, and I also love Lord of the Rings.
My name is Edward the 16th. I am a neurosurgeon for Elitist Med, and my favorite movie is Physics in Daily Life. My favorite quote is, "The composition of an atom."
Thank you!
Hi everyone, my name is Samantha Battistelli, and I know, one of my favorite movie scenes is from Princess Diaries 2, when Princess Mia leads a parade of orphans through Genovia, and there's this one little orphan girl who gets to be princess with her for a day, and it's just so touching, and it gets me every time.
Thank you for your input, guys. Bella Rose, let's have you kick off the discussion.
Sure. Well, the first thing that we need to highlight is that entertainment does consume our culture. The way we dress, the way we talk, the way we live our lives is affected by what we do for entertainment. We often look for ways to insert movie lines in our discussion because we find it funny.
After all, a common question in conversations is, seen any good movies lately?
Also, if a movie is popular enough, people will adopt the style of dress that's displayed in it. And we enjoy seeing familiar symbols like video game characters, famous actors, like movie titles. We all of us would recognize the icons of Hollywood, of Broadway, Xbox, Wii, iTunes, Disneyland. There are so many.
People on average in the USA spend almost 8 hours a day watching TV and playing video games. The movie industry has even surpassed the sports industry in its viewership.
What are some thoughts from you, Edward?
Well, the reason media affects our everyday lives is that it supposedly shows us what is to be expected from other people. Because media is so widespread and powerful, it is generally accepted as the social norm. With media showing us this in almost every movie, it enters our conscience and very spirit. It's a human feeling to want to be accepted. So when we view all this media, we want to see it as normal. So, in summary, we strive to be like what we see. It's like when you were little and you saw Batman in movies. You wanted to be like Batman. This is just more mature.
Also, entertainment has started to control our lives. There have been extreme cases of addiction where people have literally died. And there are people who are having problems with obesity and not being able to concentrate because they need a TV to stimulate them. And then you just have the majority who just want to be entertained.
Yes, especially in the U.S. Those that live in the U.S. who are under 30 spend an average of 8.2 hours a day just watching television. Because of inactivity, hypertension in those between 4 and 20 has gone up 670%. And there's an attention deficit that has affected 97% of the population.
Wow. Thank you, Edward. Those are some interesting facts. Unfortunately, we have to take a quick break, but we'll be right back.
Podcasting in HD audio and HD video. This is Digvidfilm.
Samantha, in what other ways do you think media affects us today?
I would definitely have to say the stars themselves. I mean, media tells us that they are our models of perfection and that we should therefore try to be like them. It's like they're our modern day idols.
Don't make the mistake of thinking this is a fairly new line of thought. The ancient Greeks looked up to the gods and goddesses and idolized them. They've only been replaced by more modern and reasonable things.
These people that we call celebrities are just real people like us. They have been put in the spotlight because they stand out. They're extraordinary. They can sing and dance, etc. But more than often, they are chosen for their outstanding beauty. These idols show and tell us that in order to be appreciated and noticed, we need to look sensual. They tell us we need to be a certain weight, have certain hair, wear certain clothes, etc. They show us what we should aspire to be. But why do we listen to them?
Exactly. Why should they, a minority, get to choose what we, the majority, should be like? Why do we think that they are somehow a different race, one that is superior to common mankind? Especially when they tend to make such obtuse and amoral choices.
And why are we so interested in their lives when we often forget our own? Why do we idolize?
So far, we have talked about how media affects our culture, why media affects our culture, and our tendencies to raise stars to be our idols. But now, I think it's time to get to the main issue. What is a good, solid Christian response to this?
Well, I think there are several responses Christians should take. I personally love going to the movies. One of my favorite parts is critically analyzing the worldview it holds.
Yes, I think that's an excellent idea, and I know that some churches have ministries to that effect.
You know, cinema is the modern day pulpit. It's where actors and directors go to broadcast their views about the world. I mean, you look at Avatar and you can clearly see a lot of pantheistic theology in that movie that a lot of people could easily buy into.
Yes, I believe Christians should be very careful and discerning with all the media they take in, be it film, games, music, whatever. As Christians, Jesus said it best in Mark's Gospel, take heed what you listen to. But even as I say that, one must replace those items which we remove from our lives or stay away from with something godly and edifying. Like doing something as a family, building great memories, do a hike, a family bike ride, explore your city together, serve your neighbors, anything creative and fun. Your kids will love it and will begin to model Jesus in their lives.
So that begs the question, should Christians never go see movies then?
I don't think that that's the solution. I think Christians should be more appreciative, supportive of, and involved in family-friendly and Christian filmmaking so that we can actively promote a more positive worldview out there. They can't just run away from everything.
And I don't think that Christians should just accept every movie that's out there because you have to keep in mind that we vote with our dollars. So I would strongly encourage faith to consider only supporting films that reflect strong Christian values and morals. I mean, you take a look at Fox TV. They woke up and took notice and formed Fox Faith. I mean, look, folks, there's money out there that's just waiting to be spent on good films. Come on.
Yes, it needs to be balanced, wisdom, and discernment. And Christians need to know what worldview they are taking in and be able to rationally discuss with their coworkers, friends, family members, and all others what they thought about it.
Well guys, this has been a great discussion. I think it's given us all a lot to think about. But right now, we're out of time. But thank you for watching Digvidfilms. Catch us next time.
Actors ready?
Check.
Yeah.
That did not sound very confident.
Yes.
Can you sound
We're gonna go!
Okay, slate it up.
Scene one, take one.
This is from the ancient Greeks who looked up to the gods and gods. Let's start that over. I just
Yeah. Okay.
Scene one, take two.
Because, do that again.
Scene 2, take 1.
And our tendencies to raise idols to
Scene 2, take 2.
Elena. In what other ways do you think media affects us?
Try that again, Tyler.
Thank you. So far, we've talked about how media affects our culture. Why?
Scene 1, take 3.
Especially when they tend to make such objects and amoral choices.
Hi.
Moderator pickup, take 4.
What are some thoughts from you, Edward?
Okay, quiet on set, please. Slate it up.
Scene 2, take 4.
Samantha, in what other ways do you think media affects us today?
Scene 2, take 5.
My name is Matthew Quigley. My favorite movie is Physics in Daily Life.
Podcasting in HD audio and HD video. This is the Digvidfilm.